What's up, bro? Good morning. I see you're going through anxiety right there. I know. I know what that feeling's like. It feels like it takes control of your daily life, affects your relationships. You're constantly on survival mode. It just feels like you're in panic mode all the time. I know. I've definitely been there. And if I'm being honest with you, I still get those days. There's times where I'm able to have really good days now, because before it was worse. I think every single day I was just full of anxiety, so anxious all the time. And actually, when it comes to anxiety, there's just so many forms of anxiety. You can either have social anxiety, health anxiety, you can have event anxiety, whatever it is, like there's just always some form of anxiety. And everyone has felt anxiety before, just as some people have it more severe than others. At least in my case, I've had it more severe than others. And of course, there's those days, those nights, when you have panic attacks, right? It feels like you're dying. It feels like you can't breathe. It feels like your heart's racing, your blood pressure's dropping. It feels like you're gonna pass out, right? Yeah. I've definitely been there too. I was having multiple panic attacks too, especially in the night. Those were probably one of the most scariest feelings that I've had, if I'm being honest with you. I would jump out of my bed, just scared, panicked. Feels like I'm gonna die. It really does suck. From one anxious person to another anxious person, I'm here to tell you that it's okay. I know there's people out there that don't understand. You try to explain them your anxiety, you try to talk it out, and some people out there don't understand. And you know what, that's okay. We can't expect everyone to understand what's going on in our minds. We really can't. I'm here to tell you that I understand. And it's okay. We're in this together. And I know that anxiety just blocks off who you are as a person. It really can. At least it did it for me. Especially when it kicks in. I feel like I can't be myself either when that happens. But you're not alone. I definitely know what it feels like. My anxiety hasn't gone away. I just learned to live with it now and manage it better. That's something I've been practicing a lot. My personal experience with it, my advice to you would be find things that just relax your mind, that gives you peace. For example, a big thing for me is having a cup or a glass of coffee every morning and just taking it slow. Even before work, I will just give myself that time to just have my coffee, relax. It's the little things, man. It's the little things that make a lot of stuff count. Sometimes we're too focused on the big things, and anxiety, a big part of anxiety is worrying too much about the big things. Whether you're worrying about someone, an event, something you want to do, something you have planned out for the future, it can bring a lot of worrying, a lot. And it leaves you in this huge panic mode that you can't relax off of it. So a big thing for me is when I started to focus more on the little things as well, it brought a lot of peace into my mind, a lot of peace. And that was helping me manage it better. Go out for a walk. If you're a coffee or a matcha person, have that in the morning. Lazoliving cares. And the thing about anxiety is that it can really prevent us from Lazoliving, from living a life where we can be ourselves and just be happy with a lot of things and do the things that just fulfill us, that give us life. Anxiety is a huge thing that can block us from being that person. It definitely did for me throughout these years, especially my 20s. It definitely blocked me from just being my true potential. When I was in my last year of college, that's when anxiety started hitting me a lot. And this is probably gonna be another video, but I began to fear death. And that's where my anxiety started kicking up. because I was always an anxious person throughout my life, but that really just kicked up my anxiety big time. Like I said, that's probably gonna be a separate video because I can go more in depth on that, but it was my last year of college and it really prevented me from just showing my true potential in school, even with my relationships with other people. Sometimes I would pass on the anxiety to the people that I'm with because of how anxious I would get. So you're not alone in that part. You're not alone. And this is why I created this channel, to create a safe space where we can talk like this, and I can bring out peaceful videos, whether it's me flying on my drone, doing some voiceovers, showing some cool landscapes for you guys, and showing off nature, because that's something that I love. That's something that brings me peace. It's nature, science, the ocean. That brings me a lot of peace. And sometimes finding those things that brings us peace really helps out a lot. Like I said, I'm not a psychologist or anything, but these are things that just has helped me with this journey. And I hope that I can bring that here to you as well. So if you're struggling with anxiety, I really do hope you can find a place where you can manage it better and live your life a whole lot better, because I do know how tough it can be. I do know. It's not a really great feeling. It's not a great feeling at all. And it can definitely take over your life. It really can. It was doing that for me for many years. And like I said, I'm not perfect. There's still the days where I get anxious about stuff. I see something that triggers me and I go on a spiral, but I've been catching myself now. And that's progress, man. We're not looking for perfection here. The moment you can catch yourself and realize that, you already made a lot of progress in that, a lot of progress. So tell me your story down in the comment sections. Tell me how anxiety has affected you. Tell me if you deal with anxiety today and if you manage it well. Let me know how you manage it. Let me know. I'd like to see it, how you manage it. Maybe we can help each other out in that sense. Because yeah, it does get tough. It does. It really does. This is really good coffee, man. I'm telling you, it's the little things that sometimes makes life special. It's these little things. Anyways, man, I don't want to take too much of your time away. I don't want to make this video super long, but we're in this together, and let's see where this journey takes us. I have a lot of faith in Lazoliving. I feel like we're gonna be able to create something special here, and I have a lot of plans for this channel. A lot of plans. I've been really thinking about and seeing where I'm gonna be taking this channel, and I'm excited to share it with you. Like I said, hopefully we can build a community where we can just be there for each other, because I know life can be rough, and at the end of the day, this channel is just living life to our potential, being ourselves, and not being afraid to show it, no matter what, because that's where happiness has been coming to me. Staying true to myself, no matter what happens in my life, just staying true to myself and doing what I believe in. So if this touches your heart in any way, then join Lazoliving. Join it. Be happy to have you here. I do hope you enjoyed this talk. Like I said, it was from one anxious person to another. Stay Lazoliving, and I'll see you in the next video.